So what's going on, guys? MrDalekJD here, and the time is almost here. We are one day away, at the time of this video going live, of the zombies reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I am incredibly hyped. Let me know if you guys are hyped down below in the comment section. And as a final video before we get the reveal, I'd like to just round up some images that Treyarch and Call of Duty have been tweeting out over the past few days, counting down to the reveal. And there's kind of some weird background images that I definitely think you guys should take a look at if you haven't already, and we can try to debunk what we're seeing, as well as a little bit more information and just some awesome pictures. So if you guys are hyped, let me know in the comment section, smash that like button if you are, and let's jump into this. So the first image we're looking at is 3 days until Zombies World Reveal, and as you can see, it isn't much to look at in the background, but it looks like to me the bottom half of a zombie. We can definitely see the zombie's right arm there, and we can see what looks like the clothes they're wearing, which has blood smeared among them. And all these pictures are very cryptic, they're very dark and grainy, and you can't really tell too much, but the next two are definitely more interesting than this one, so let's jump to it. So this is 2 days to go until the world reveal, and this image is definitely a lot more interesting to me. This looks like kind of like an old-fashioned door, like it's definitely a really big door. My first ideas were like church doors, for example, because it just seemed really big. To me, what looks like in the left, if you look above where you can see the sort of weird like door panel, you can see what looks like a zombie's arm from maybe the other side of the door slamming towards it, or this could be windows, but to me this looks like there's like some sort of chains going amongst from the bottom left up towards the top right, and from the bottom right towards the top left. Definitely looks like some sort of chains, and where it says the words Comic-Con International, underneath International in San Diego, to me that either looks like words that have been edged into something or perhaps some numbers. And what's also interesting, where it says 2 days until, if you look just beneath there, it looks like some sort of miniature statue. Like, to me, it looks like this door's being barricaded with chains and some sort of little mini kind of little items around to try and block the door from being opened. And it looks like the door is kind of being struggled to be pushed open by zombies that are behind it. And you can definitely see what, to me anyway, looks like a zombie's arm reaching out onto the door. Now here we have our third and final image, which of course says Zombies World Reveal tomorrow. This is the final image that we're going to be getting before we get to actually see some proper zombies ourselves. And this image is without a doubt the most interesting image that we have out of the three. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of a touched up version so everything's a little bit brighter. And in the zombie in the forefront, where it says Zombies behind it, we see a zombie on the far right as well. But if you look at the zombie behind the word Zombies, that zombie is definitely wearing some sort of hat which goes all the way around his head. It's not just a typical like Nazi cap that we saw in the preview. This looks like a hat which belongs to a mobster or a gangster. Now if we go and look a little bit more into like the zombies itself, it looks like it's wearing an outfit that relates very similar to mobsters or gangsters from the Prohibition era between 1920 and 1930. Like, take a look at this and you can definitely see there is some sort of resemblance there. The thing that leads me the most to this believing to be in that era is if you look on the zombie's hat above the like rim that goes around his head, we have what looks like a small little dark strip, which is exactly what mobsters back in those days would wear, and that's what you'd see on those hats. So maybe perhaps in Black Ops 3 Zombies we're going to have a map that is going to be set in that era, perhaps because this is of course a like kind of little teaser image that Treyarch have put out for us, and they expect us to kind of see these little details and pick them out. And I haven't really seen anyone speak about this as this is a massive thing, and we only have until tomorrow to really find out if this is true and it is going to be set in that era, or if this is just a really kind of out of their guess. But if you do look at that, they do match up, and it would be absolutely insane to have a zombies experience in that era, as the closest we had to that was Mob of the Dead. Let me know your thoughts about all three of those images, and if you believe that this zombies will have some form of influence from the Prohibition era, and if I'm just being silly, or that zombie really is wearing a hat from the 1920s, 1930s gangster mobster era. But anyway, we have a little bit more information for you now, which actually comes from Syndicate. Syndicate, the YouTuber which you guys probably all know about. I absolutely love Syndicate, and he done a Call of Duty Zombies live stream yesterday on Twitch, and he announced 1 hour and 15 minutes into it some information about Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, and that's he's going to be hosting the Zombies panel tomorrow for Black Ops 3 Zombies, which is pretty epic. So people can ask him questions using the hashtag BO3Zombies on Twitter, and he'll be able to ask the developers from Treyarch and also the cast that are going to be in Zombies as well some questions. But he also dropped something else as well, which was very, very sneaky, and he didn't really touch too much upon it, but I'll let you guys hear it and then we'll come back.
I know it might not sound a lot, but at the Zombie File, I am going to be the host of it. I want to be able to tell you a piece of information right now, which is going to drop like fire. And it consists of zombie maps that already exist, but I'm not telling you anything. Not telling you anything. I have to be so cryptic with everything I said. You know how cryptic the zombie guys are. I have to be even more cryptic.
Now, it was very interesting for him to say what he said and worded so weirdly to say, I want to be able to tell you a piece of information right now. It's going to drop like fire, and it consists of zombie maps that already exist. Now, we know back in the DICE Summit that Treyarch had a few things here and there when they spoke about zombies that could maybe indicate about future maps coming to Black Ops 3 that already exist currently. And we know that Richtofen's been cut out of a bunch of different slides on that for some reason, so that definitely has something to do with the story. But also we saw an image of the loading screen for Derice, which looked quite different. Perhaps maybe Syndicate was teasing something to do with Derice. Now, I'm saying Derice because that's the only map that we know publicly because of Treyarch's DICE Summit about maps that they could possibly go to that already exist. Now, we've already seen Derice in Black Ops 1, so I'm not too sure if it's going to be a direct kind of upgraded port again where we're going to be playing Derice, or if it's going to be something different to do with Derice. How epic would it be if they remade Derice and there was like some sort of brand new stuff going on in there? I think that would be absolutely insane. Now, is there any other maps that you guys think would be epic for them to remake? Let me know your thoughts on that down below in the comment section. I think it would definitely be awesome to revisit Derice, as it's such a like historical point of zombies, and it literally is the heart of zombies. Everything that Zombies has some influence from Derice, which I think is very, very exciting. Now, from what I know, this is a pretty closed reveal. Like, this reveal isn't being live streamed anywhere, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to be getting the information from this, but I'll be making sure to cover everything on my channel tomorrow for you guys. I know that the panel starts at about 1 PM if you live in LA, like San Diego, so I know it's around about 9 PM GMT for the UK here. So from that time onwards, make sure to check my channel, as I'll be bringing you guys a bunch of Black Ops 3 zombie videos, and I'm just so hyped to bring you this, guys. Let me know if you're hyped down below in the comment section. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook as well, so I'll be keeping you guys alerted on any breaking news to do with zombies on there before on my channel. But you know you'll be seeing some great epic videos on this channel tomorrow, so I can't wait, guys. If you're new around here, subscribe so you don't miss out on anything that's revealed tomorrow, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon.